Good morning, and thank y'all for joining us, our business of the month that we get to celebrate, and it's so much fun to be able to do this, and it's a special one for us every month. It's WunderTRE and Rocker Taylor. Rocker, we're so happy to have the opportunity to have both you as a member of the Chamber, but a partner in what we're doing, as well as also just our friendship. So thank you very much, Rocker, for letting us recognize you.
Well, first off, thank you for selecting us. It's a recognition that I really appreciate and honored to have.
Well, so thank you, and it's special for us as well. Tell us a little bit about both you personally as well as WunderTRE.
Yeah, so starting off on the personal front, local guy, born and raised here, moved away a few times, come back. I've just grown up a local guy, big Texas Tech fan. My family is all from Lubbock, so deep local ties for sure for a long, long time. I was homeschooled. Again, a lot of people don't necessarily notice that because they're like, oh, homeschooled, you're supposed to be socially awkward, and I probably am to an extent, but I feel like I can conversate pretty well on a regular basis. So, but I was homeschooled. I played on the soccer team. I was played on the swim team. I actually, for a while, thought I might go pro in soccer, and then I got real with myself. I was like, that's not happening. But it was something that I enjoyed, and I still occasionally play in different men's leagues around town for sure. But that led me to, at the age of 18, after I graduated high school, deciding, okay, what am I going to do with my life? Do I want to go to college? Do I want to just start a business? What do I want to do? And I had always had aspirations of being like an engineer and architect. So I had actually landed a job my junior year of high school working at a local engineering firm here. It's actually Improtech, Hibbs & Todd. And I was their main draftsman here at the Lubbock location. So I was like in high school working as a draftsman. I had studied that throughout high school. And then just after that had happened, I was like, after working there for a year, I was like, engineering might not be where I want to spend most of my time. So I went out and got my real estate license, and I lived that life for a couple of years. And then fast forward to 2016, and I was kind of faced with the choice of, do I renew my license or do I go and pursue something else? And me being the young guy in real estate, I was 19 when I got my license, and at the time the average age of a realtor was like 50. So I was definitely the young guy in my office always getting asked, like, how do you do technology? How do you do this marketing stuff? And I naturally was just kind of drawn to it, so I knew about it. So I helped a lot of my fellow colleagues in real estate get their businesses off the ground and market their businesses. And so that led me to pulling the trigger on WunderTRE, and a few friends of mine, I know we were talking off camera before, so I'll share the story now of the name. A few friends of mine and I, several months before that decision was made, had sat down and said, if we were to start a business together, what would it be and what it would be called? And we thought our skill set kind of aligned in terms of like what we could do, and it was more, the avenue was marketing and technology. So we knew we were going to do a marketing technology business, but we didn't know what it was going to be called, so we were tossing around a few names. Most of them were hot garbage. But one of my friends was like, what if we called it WunderTRE and spelled it really funky? And I was like, I don't know why I like that, but I do. So we actually went and focus grouped the name with about 15 different people. And WunderTRE was at the very top. And so like I said, that was kind of fall of 2015. And then a few weeks passed and my friends were like, it was fun to have that discussion, but we're not actually going to go in on this. So I had already bought the domain name for the website and various things like that. So I just sat on the idea, and then when the real estate thing happened, I was like, you know what, I've already got this idea, I already know what I want to do, I'm just going to act on it. So I sold my TV, my PlayStation, my cell phone, paid the rent for a few months, and the rest, as they say, is history.
That's cool. So, what a great story. And as we also said, the entrepreneurship nature is so risky, but it's also so rewarding, and it's really cool when we ever have an opportunity to celebrate both the entrepreneurship perspective as well as a specific business. So it's great to have WunderTRE as a partner, as a member, and everything else in the chamber. And of course, we had a great podcast at the Business Expo. Thank you for doing that.
Absolutely.
That was a lot of fun, and I think that a lot of folks got to recognize you from the Business Expo as well, and that's great news. But for WunderTRE, as far as the marketing and the technology, the branding and the website design and everything, is there a favorite part of the business that you like best?
This might be a little cliche, but I honestly, out of all the services that we offer, my favorite part of the business is probably just getting to work with the clients we get to work with and meeting new people. For me, I've enjoyed, obviously, building the websites. That's kind of the thing that I did the most. I've just recently hired somebody that can start doing that now, so I'm really, truly in that more CEO role now. But honestly, it's really just the new experiences and the meeting the people and getting to do things like this that I really enjoy the most about it, to be quite honest.
Well, and that, from your personality, that doesn't surprise me a bit.
Sure.
And one of the things we wanted to bring up today is our citywide branding effort that the committee, this chamber is supporting the committee that's doing it, and they're into their next phase, and it's a pretty cool opportunity that they reached out to you to have you be a field reporter for their podcast project. And won't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm really, first off, very excited at the idea of what y'all are doing with this whole thing. I think it's much needed and much welcomed by the community to just really put a good face on Lubbock. And so I'm excited to play the role that we are playing in that. So like you mentioned, I'm going to be more of a field reporter in terms of this podcast we're doing. I'm going to be going out and working with the guests to book times to interview them, and then going out and I'll actually be the one asking the questions and getting to hear their stories firsthand. And we're going to cover various facets of what Lubbock has to offer. We're going to start with the food scene, and then it's going to unfold into various other types of things that Lubbock has to offer as well. So I'm excited to see. The one thing for me that I'm the most excited about is the amount of people that I'm going to get to meet for the first time. Obviously, being a local guy, I know a lot of people, but there's a ton of people that we have slated to talk to that it'll be my first time meeting them. So it's going to be exciting.
We look forward to partnering you with this new opportunity as well, because we're awful excited about where the citywide branding effort is going.
Absolutely.
So Riker, there's not much doubt on obviously your capacity, your capability, your ability to communicate. So thank you very much again for letting us recognize you in WunderTRE as our Business of the Month.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.